you are now a resident in Neversea Festival, almost. What's your feeling when you know you have to come here?
It's always beautiful, like knowing that I get called back by any festival. You know, like it's always a nice feeling to know that I impressed the crowd and I impressed the promoters. So, you know, it's always beautiful coming to Neversea. I've been here like maybe 3 or 4 times now, and it's great. Like the guy who I first started coming to Romania in 2008. And the guy that started booking me then is the guy who's still booking me here at Neversea and Untold. So I've got a long-standing relationship with Romania.
So you have a good feeling when you come here?
Always. It's always. I mean, the crowd are always really responsive. They give me their energy, which is amazing.
Yeah. So do you think there's anything special about the Romanian audience, like the vibe, the feedback?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I've been coming since 2008. The first time I came was 2008. I did a tour with Numa Crew, these friends of mine from Italy. And I met so many good people. I've been coming to Club MIDI, and I think that's in Cluj. And I've been to Timisoara many times. And, you know, Bucharest, of course. I think I've been here over the last maybe 8 or 10 years. I've been here twice a year minimum, you know. And I wouldn't keep coming back if I didn't have a good feeling, you know. I really love Eastern Europe generally, actually. I feel like I've got a strong connection with this place and the people, especially in Romania.
Is your message from your music, your life philosophy, do you live it?
I try to. I try to live my message. You know, the message that I do in my music, I think the most for me is self-empowerment. I believe rather than trying to tell people how to be, I believe in exploring like myself in my music to help people explore themselves. You know what I mean? So, because you can't tell people how to behave, you know, they have to understand themselves, you know what I mean? And the world could be a much better place if everybody was empowered in themselves. They understood what's right, what's wrong, as opposed to just following what other people are doing, like lemmings, you know, or doing exactly what the media says, because what the media tells us to do is to consume. That's all the media wants us to do, is to consume. So if we were to all look into ourselves introspectively and really understand what we want out of life, we would probably see that being individualistic is counterproductive, and being communal. That's what's amazing about festivals. We come together. It's a communal experience. People take their shoes off and run on the sand. Then they're connecting to the earth. These are things that we don't do in our daily lives. So festivals are a really good way of teaching people to communal living and to not give in to this temptation that we get by the media, by the politics, in social media. You know, we need to come together like human contact. That's what my message has always been about.
Okay, what do you think about the future of humanity? What do you think people should do about their future?
Like I said, I think people need to wake up and just listen to their hearts, open their minds and open up their hearts, you know, and like I said, not listen to what the media is constantly telling them to do. I think that's the main thing. And I think everybody's trying their best, actually. A lot of people don't have the tools to do all the things that an open, realized person can do, you know, but I think genuinely everyone's trying their best, you know, and I think that we just need to work harder and stop listening to the TV so much and the radio. That's my honest opinion.
Okay, what do you think is your superpower, your gift, talent?
I'm telepathic. Yeah. Actually, I mean, it's something that I got told when I was younger. And, you know, there's a difference between being telepathic and being psychic. When you're psychic, you can read people's energy and minds, you know. When you're telepathic, you can put a feeling into someone. And we all have that ability to be either psychic or telepathic, or a little bit of both. Some people are much stronger at it. Some people are at one thing or than the other, you know. And for me, I'm just 100% telepathic, which is bad because I'm not empathetic. I don't listen to people's energy. I just come in with my energy and I'm like, this is how it's going to be, which is great as a performing artist on stage. I get on stage and I can command the crowd. I can just like project what I want them to feel and they just go with it. Whereas if I was psychic and I got on stage, I would be hearing what everyone's feeling and thinking of me, and then it might make me paranoid. And that's what some artists, a lot of artists who are amazing, incredible, are very psychic. They can feel and pick up on things, but on stage they suck because they're too self-conscious. Whereas I'm the opposite. I'm completely arrogant. I just like get on stage. I'm like, this is what's happening. You're gonna get into it, and people do. You know.
Do you consider yourself a modern preacher?
No, I would never consider myself a preacher. But if people want to see that in me, that's fine. I'm in the spotlight. I'm in the position to be that person. But I would never call myself that. You know, I would never call myself a healer or a preacher. But you know, what I do is I explore myself and I put it into my music, and if people want to listen to it, that's great. But I'm never going to tell people you must listen to my music because I have all the answers. That's not my way.
Okay, what's your favorite artist of all times? Musician?
It would have to be, if I had to choose one, it would probably be Bob Marley. I think that he's the closest thing we've ever had to a true messiah, you know, in our culture. Because he really did spend his life, his mission was to spread love and self-empowerment. His music is very empowering, and it talks about so many things. And he's a perfect combination because he's half black and half white. He's the middle ground between so many issues in our society. And I think if everybody grew up listening to Bob Marley, I think the world would be a much better place.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, do you have finally a message for the Romanian people?
Just my message is always the same. Listen to your heart, listen to your soul, you know, be good to people, treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't listen too much to what the media says, and just, I don't know, man, meditate.